Welcome TV. It's the most electrifying man in all entertainment. It's your boy PK, and I'm here. Hey, the panel's a little light, but that don't mean we don't have a lot to talk about today. We do have a lot. My co-host Clown will be joining us shortly. But hey, we do got an electrifying panel right here already. And let's start with age before beauty. We'll start with the master plan that knows all of gaming knowledge in his head. Cerebral Paul. What's good, man?
Hey, not only am I old, I'm pretty. I'm so pretty. I have my camera off so I don't distract from YouTube. But I'm doing good.
Look, I'm not mad at you, man. I'm not mad at you. Like, it's all good. You you are pretty. You know what I mean? You don't want nobody's phones cracking.
That's
When
right.
they.
Hmm.
I get it. But I'm glad you're here, man. How you feel today, man?
Oh, it's a pretty good day, I guess. Had its ups and downs, more ups and downs. So I'm doing good.
Did you
Uh,
did you have any gaming this week? Did you play?
did
What
I
you been
play?
playing?
What did I play this week? I did. I played a little bit of Humankind, which is out on Game Pass. Um,
Ah,
I can't say it's a little bit the learning curve on it's a little higher than I like in my game sometimes. And of course, I'm going back. I've gone back to the old standby of Sniper 4, just Sniper Elite 4.
okay,
Just because
okay.
there's something about blowing people's nards off that's a lot of fun.
Um,
Takes a lot of frustration
so
out of
you
the
wake
game.
up and you choose violence. I understand. Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
Whatever you got to do to make it through life, man.
Hey, man, you don't see me judging, man. Especially if you holding a sniper rifle. Don't aim it this way, man.
That's right. That's
I'm
it.
good. I'm good people. Yo, so let's move on to the positive gamer. He
Yep.
calls himself this. His name is Flamish, and he has this pink thing around his neck again. I don't know what the deal with this, but it is what it is. It's Flamish. Uh you know he is what it is. What's up, Flamish? What's good, man?
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, I've been enjoying my day playing Diablo. As you can see, my background. I have my pink pillow to protect my neck and support it. Um, and yeah, I'm excited, man. A lot to talk about today. A lot happened.
You don't sound excited, man. What? It's a
What?
lot of stuff that just dropped in the last 40 minutes.
I know. I'm so excited. Is
Yo,
that better?
yeah,
That
that's
hurt.
better. Hey,
Yeah, that
hey,
hurt though.
Paul, let me ask real quick, man. Did you check out that Nintendo Direct that just dropped?
What's that?
Did you check out that Nintendo Direct that just dropped, dude?
No.
Oh,
Hmm.
Dude, let me just tell you, a lot of hot stuff just dropped. You want to check it out real quick? We gonna definitely talk about some stuff, but let's just move on. What I want to do is knock out some of the stuff that did happen, and then we'll go on up to the stuff that just recently happened. Is that cool with you guys?
Cool with me.
it's fine.
All right. So hey, shout out to the chat. Thanks guys for coming through. Definitely my co-host, whenever he decides that he got his throat ain't dry no more, he's gonna hop on Mr. AKA the clowns, the Italian clowns. He's gonna hop in. So don't worry if you guys missed him. I did not put him in a box and send him off somewhere. He's here and he'll be here shortly. But let's go on. So Microsoft had an event this week to show off. First, they was talking about the public release of Windows 11. I don't know who's ready for Windows 11, but Windows 11, knowing that it's operating system, however, it was designed to take advantage of the same features the Series X has for gaming. Um, with that being said, they showed us the new um, all of the new entries for the Surface. I don't care if it was the small Surface, the new Surface 8, or the Surface Laptop Studio that I know somebody really wanted, and it's a lot cheaper and more powerful. So it sounds like that's a winner to me as well. So I think that's pretty dope. And did anybody get to check that out? How about you, Flamish? Did you see that event or anything about it?
No, actually, I don't. I didn't really think about watching that. I'm sorry, but I'm watching it right now. Actually, the thing about the new Surface, and it looks cool. Looks awesome. very
Yeah,
high tech. Jesus,
yeah,
like
yeah.
you can.
Just take a look at the specs if you ain't seen it, man. Just go pull that up real quick and take a
Yep.
look at it.
Actually
Um,
doing that right now.
I think it's a pretty good upgrade compared to the last couple iterations of the service for sure. What about you, there, Paul? Did you check that out? Did you see anything about
I
this?
did, and they look really good. And I was also focused on the accessibility side of things. They've added some things
Oh
to it.
yeah, they did talk about that too. What
They
tell the viewers what you seen there, bro.
they've added so you can put a little tab on the cover so that you can reach and pull the cover open without having to try to pry it open, basically. So it's easier to grab.
Oh yeah,
The
the
packaging,
new
of course, for the whole thing is easy open packaging, which they introduced with the accessibility controller a couple of years ago. So you don't need a paper, you don't need a cutter or anything to get into the box. It all kind of just comes apart, when you peel stuff away. So that's really nice. They have stick-on things to identify certain keys, like the control key and the plus and minus key for volume control. One of my favorites is they have little stickers you can put on
yeah for
the
the visually impaired,
yeah,
right?
for the headphones and where the cords go. So you have a sticker
Yeah,
like one dot, and you have a little thing you wrap around the cord that has one dot. So you
that's
know, even
dope.
if you can't see it, that one dot cord goes into that one dot spot. And so they've taken a lot of gains to make it more easily accessible for somebody without sight to use the equipment.
And I always wanted to talk about accessibility too, man. I feel like that's super important going forward. I think that for a lot of things, we should definitely have games and hardware to push more accessibility options, right? Because this is where we at. We have the technology, so why don't we do it? What I mean, how do you feel about that, Paul? You think this
Yeah,
is a good move?
I think it's a great move, and I've been saying for the better part of a year now, actually more than that. Microsoft is really leading the way in this aspect. They really, really are. They've gone out of their way to reach out to me and other handicapped people with different levels of disabilities to say how can we make it better? What can we do to make it more usable, not only in gaming but in computing and everything they do. Yeah. So
I think that's a dope embracement, man. That's for
yeah,
sure.
and
Um,
uh,
go,
let's
go
see,
ahead.
what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Um, go ahead. I lost it.
Go ahead, bro. Accessibility. That's your
Yeah.
genre right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
You
that,
go
that's
ahead.
kind of my, that's kind of
You
my
go ahead and
focus.
live your life. Live your best
um,
life and tell everybody about it.
oh, I know one thing that I want, even for the general public, the one thing that I'd like to see is like when people review games or review hardware, talk about the accessibility. And
Right.
don't make it something. Oh, by the way, they do this. It should be, the graphics are this, the sound is this, and here's the accessibility option. It should all just be part of the natural flow. You know,
Right.
it's
That
if you want to,
exists, right?
yeah.
That exists.
If you
It's
if
not
if you
just
want to, yeah,
colorblind
yeah,
accessibility. It's more things added, right? And
yeah.
that's super important.
And I
Um,
think until we make it, like you said, it should become the everyday thing. But the only
right, a
way that
standard.
happens is if everybody talks about it every day,
Right.
every time. You know,
And we got it. We I think is it needs to be a standard.
yeah.
Um, it needs to be a standard, and it needs to definitely be a thing. Uh oh, I think Carlo got body snatched. I don't know what that is right there, but hey,
I don't know.
Hello, my
Oh,
friends.
he looks kind of pretty.
all right.
uh,
So I'm going. I'm gonna tell
I have questions.
I'm gonna tell Carlo slash whoever that is to start over, and we gonna remove him and make him start over. Nah, just is that you, Clowns? Is that you?
Yeah, yeah. You know
Clowns has
what?
finally showed up,
What
bro.
happened?
It's a long story. Let me tell you this little story. It's a little bit long, but it's quick. I'll make it quick. So
It's long
my
but quick.
yeah, my webcam fell behind my PC today, and I'm
Oh no.
so tired from unpacking everything that I just left it there, and I forgot when I went to turn it on, it saw a picture of my feet, and I figured, well, you know what? We don't want feet on this stream. Uh
This ain't no ASMR. I mean,
yeah.
I guess It could be because you ain't got no picture on. You could be just
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. You might get a lot of super chats for them
You
feet,
never
depending on how
know,
they look.
man. You never know. Italian feet might go a long way, bro. You just
You know,
I
there
don't know.
was a time where I streamed Rainbow Six, and Rainbow Six, and I thought I had my cam on. I did, but it was on my feet, and they got my feet during the whole stream, so I deleted it. It was 2 hours long on my feet, and I was like, "Huh, what's going on?" Yeah,
That's
so
how many views you get for that. That's pretty.
I got like 500 something views, but I had weird people commenting, and I couldn't figure out why. And I was too sleepy to realize my feet were on the face cam. I got like
Oh
messages
my
like,
god.
"Would you like a massage? Do you need any lotion? Are your toes
I
crusty?" And I was like, "What is going on with the chat today?"
Hey,
I
did
don't
lotion
know.
company want to promote you? Like
Yeah.
sponsor you?
No, no,
Did anybody call you a hobbit? That's what I want
So
nope.
Oh my god.
to.
That's hilarious.
so I want to wrap up talking about this Surface thing, man, and definitely there's a lot of stuff that just dropped. We want to get to this juicy stuff, but we want to definitely acknowledge the effort Microsoft has put into uh, put the accessibility, trying to do inclusion in all of their products, and I think that's important.
Yep.
Um, with that
Uh,
said, did you have something there, Flamish?
yeah, I looked at the specs, I looked at everything. It's amazing. Like being able to use it as a tablet, as a laptop, is first of a thing. Like putting the pen on the bottom that's magnetized. I think that's also really cool for people that use it as a drawing tablet, basically. Which was something that I was looking.
Magnet charging, by the way.
Yeah, and also Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt 4.0 USB is insane. Charges up really quickly. Besides that, the specs are amazing for a laptop. I think the price is really well for what they have in the system on the bottom line. 1,550 bucks for the bottom
Well, I
one.
mean, they got all kinds, right?
Yeah.
It's cool that the new Surface is going to support some hefty GPUs for the studio
Yeah.
part, but they promise them to last about 16 hours on battery, so I think that's dope. If that's we'll see in real world action if that holds up, but if it does, that's pretty dope. Um, Clowns, you wasn't here, bro. Did you see anything about this new Surface line?
No, but I know that Jay's gonna want it.
Well, the Surface Studio, yes, he gonna want that for sure. Uh, it is pretty tough. Um, I like how when you sit, depending on the room it is, the color on the screen adjusts for your eyes. I
Yeah.
think that's crazy.
Yeah.
That
Um,
The the last thing I want to also add to this that I just read is that the removable SSD. You can have options. You can put an
well,
SSD in there.
yeah, you can do that. Um, and I think in general, this is a pretty good upgrade, and it launches with Windows 11 on the day Windows 11 drops for the public, October 5th. October 5th is a special day. We're gonna get more to that a little later. So anybody else have any extra thoughts on this? Anybody excited might want to pick this up, pre-order it, that kind of thing. Maybe in the future. I don't know. Anybody looking forward to that?
if I had the extra money, I would. So Microsoft, if you're listening, hire me out there. Um, so and sorry guys, I didn't get to promote this to the normal channels I usually do because I've been really exhausted today,
Well,
and
promote it now.
yeah, I will promote it now, but I'm still recovering from a lot of
Lemon,
things
you're
that
you're
happened.
recovering from lemon. Okay, we know you.
Hey, don't don't worry about it, man. I got you.
Yep.
I got your back. Um, so, anyways, that's cool. I do, the Surface Studio looks good. I think I might want one. If I ever got that as a Christmas gift, that's a hint for anybody that want to catch that. I don't want the regular one. I want the best one. I don't. I want the best one, whatever that is. Or the Surface
Three
Laptop
thousand
Studio.
bucks.
Yeah, that's actually way cheaper than it used to be. It used to be like 5,000 for like a 1060 in it. This one has a RTX 30 series in it,
Yeah,
which is dope. So, anyways, guys, I know there's a lot of gaming news here. Uh, I'm gonna let Flemish go. This is his topic. It's not mine. I'm not a Diablo guy, but Diablo 2 Resurrected dropped, and a lot of people playing it. I think Flemish was streaming some a little bit, right? And he
yep.
wanted to share his thoughts. I'm not a Diablo guy, so I can't talk about it. Oh yeah, 100. What's good? Thanks for coming in chat, bro. Surface Studio Pro for the win for show. I want that. I want the most expensive one they got. That's what I want.
Jesus.
Period. Go ahead,
Hello,
Flemish. Go again.
100. This is not clowns.
So we going to delete this person out of this panel right here.
Yeah, see you later, fake caller.
Hey,
No,
did
He's a,
you
so
connect this to all the platforms, by the way?
I think so. Yeah, says your channel's 5. Yep.
Okay. So,
yeah,
do we still have that one Russian guy that's always looking?
I don't know.
It's on Good Game RU. There's usually one Russian guy, and sometimes he comes in here and he says hello.
Uh,
And I
let me
don't want
see.
to disappoint him. Like, I don't want him to miss the show.
You
He
know,
really enjoys the show for some reason.
let me see. You said it was which one? Good game.
Good Game.ru.
I'll take a look real quick.
yeah. So I'll start talking
Yeah,
about
go ahead,
the
bro. While
Diablo.
I'm working
Yeah.
on this.
So I was a little bit disappointed today. So first of all, I know Diablo 2 had an open beta and a closed beta last month and the month before, and I was like, okay, um, this game runs fine, no problems at all. Maybe a little bit with capturing sometimes, but I thought it was fixed at launch. Apparently, the servers were down 15 minutes in. No one could play, and I did know the game had an offline mode, so I would start streaming. Um, 45 minutes in, my stream was still laggy, and I was like, "Damn, what's happening?" So I need to cut the stream. I tried to go back into the game, and I couldn't go into game. Later on, I find out that there is an offline mode all the way tucked up in that corner, like here, like a small bar that says offline and online. That wasn't there in the original. I couldn't find it there normally. So I was very disappointed that I didn't find that before. Otherwise, I would have streamed it a lot longer. I even put on like this nice beard. If you want to see what it looks like, me as an old guy looks like Deckard Kane. You have to go watch the stream basically on my channel. I was disappointed for sure. But when I started playing a little bit earlier before the show, I think
Was
some
it
two
like it's
hours
just a
before.
bunch of people playing or something? I mean, that stuff usually happens when a game like that drop, though, bro. Like,
Yeah, I mean, this is a 20-year-old game. They did have an open and a closed beta, and they should have predicted how much the game sold
there you
at
go.
this point.
Now they should have predicted. Come on, man. Let's be real. How they gonna predict a 20-year-old game that a bunch of people gonna jump on? How is that possible?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's 2021. Why do we still have this issue going on that servers crash in the beginning when games launch?
Because they don't know how many people gonna jump on. That's the whole point. They'll
Yeah.
adjust, right? I mean, when PS2 New Genesis dropped, you couldn't even get in the server. They were all
Yeah.
full.
Oh my God. I still remember Diablo 3. When Diablo 3 dropped, the servers were down for days, basically. And we couldn't play because that was only online.
Yep.
This game
And
at
remember,
least has offline.
you're not talking about one server, one computer. You're talking about a gateway server that allows the user to get into that area, and then
Yeah.
it's got to put them on a different server outside of that. So you're
Right.
talking about a
They
lot of
gotta
moving
load
parts.
balance the server.
Yeah.
So you until you know what kind of traffic you got, you really don't know where to, you know, what kind of
Hmm.
stress test you have. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
And
it's
they
kind
may
of
not have
hard.
the resources. They may not have the resources that Microsoft has to have, a crap load of servers ready to go on day one. Yeah,
Right, right. So that's kind of what I'm getting at.
yeah, yeah.
You know, you, it worked out though, right? It smoothed out in the end.
Yeah, I mean they smoothed it out actually really quickly. Like an hour in, they did a like maintenance, and a half an hour later, they actually fixed the problem for most people. There are
All right
still
then.
some issues, but
There
most
you
of the
go.
issues are now
They
fixed, and everybody can go in and
Why
create
you
the
make it
games
seem
online.
like why you make it seem like it was a whole bunch of stuff? This is normal.
Well,
That's normal
what's
stuff,
my
man.
most excited anticipated game this year? I'm sorry, Diablo 2 is my most anticipated
All
game
right.
this
Well,
year.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, man.
yeah.
I'm
Listen,
glad I can get in now.
It's
So
called.
yes, I'm
And
glad. Now
TK will
stream some
and
more.
TK will agree with this. Manage your expectations, just like when Halo launches in December.
Right, right.
Manage your
You
yeah,
know,
expectations.
yeah, yeah. We'll have to
Yeah.
when
manage our
Halo launched,
expectations.
more than likely you're not gonna be able to play day one online anyway, multiplayer. But well,
Well,
maybe at some point, maybe
I,
halfway through the
Yeah.
day,
I
not
I
at the
think
very beginning.
I do think with the servers that Microsoft has a lot more stable, so maybe they do
We just got
will have
back to it.
problems.
Doesn't it's not it's not the service. It's load balancing. It's a different conversation.
Yep.
Load balancing is a
Okay,
different technique.
that's
So
something I don't know.
Yeah.
Thanks for
yes,
clarifying this, though.
yeah. So at the end of the day, they'll fix it. They'll polish it up.
Yeah,
Look,
they always do.
100 says Black Desert has 4 servers and there are more than 10.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not sure what he's saying, but I think I get his idea. So point is, it's all about load balancing. That's what it comes down to. So as we move on, I just want you to know, clowns. It's not connected. I attempted to, but I sent you a PM if you take a look in the chat down there. Um,
All right.
so with that being said, hey guys, thanks for joining. Who just joined? We got some juicy information we're gonna get to, but I just want to make sure that we ham over all of the things that came out prior to today because I want to save that topic for everything going down to the last second. So there's some information that Far Cry 6 will not have ray tracing on the consoles because they opted out to allow for resolution and performance. And the reason why I brought this up is because is ray tracing really that important? And I'll start with you there, Flam. Is just ray tracing important?
Honestly, I don't even use it. I didn't use it on PlayStation 5 with Spider Man. I didn't use it on the Xbox Series X with other games. Like I honestly don't think it's that important. Maybe the lightning with the shadows, like the real shadows coming down in real time. I think that's cool, but the ray tracing reflections from water and all that stuff, um, I don't mind actually losing that ability and fundamentals and stuff.
Well, I hear you, man. And shout out to 108 Dragons TV, my big brother, man. He gives us $5 and says,
Let
"What's up,
me in.
chat? What's up, chat and host? You guys are awesome. Wish I could be there, though you can be here, good sir. If you want to be, you definitely can be. You just let me know. I got you. I got you. If you want to chime in on some juicy stuff that just dropped, bro, you more than happy to hop in. No worries.
Yeah. But by the way, what I also want to add to that, just having 4K and 60 frames is amazing for an open world game. So I'm happy we at least got that. I mean, that's what I want. Everything 4K, 60 frames. So at least we got that.
So, with that being said, excuse me. With that being said, what and I hear you. Um, so yeah, I'm with you, bro. He says I don't care about ray tracing. I can't get if I can't get at least 60 frames.
Yeah.
And that's true. Some you know what? Some games it's not that important. And we talked about that last week on Dragon's Den that hey, if you playing a racer, it's moving too fast. You're not even gonna notice because what was it? what's the Sony racing game?
Gran
Gran Turismo
Gran
Turismo.
Turismo.
Seven.
It's not gonna have the ray tracing, and it's
Or
not a big
8.
deal, right? It's kind of like it's just something extra. And will it change the game? Does it make anything better to see a shadow or a reflection? Because that's all it is, right? Um, Honestly, if you move in that fast, you're not gonna see it. But uh for the Far Cry, however, uh, it's kind of shocking, but understandable, right? It depends on how much drainage or how much tax is going to hit on the consoles for Far Cry. Now, what I thought was interesting as well is, and then let me finish. I'm going to get to my point, and I don't want to get to the rant. I want to make sure that everyone gets a chance here. So, uh, Cerebral Paul, man, I know you quiet, but out of all the wisdom in your mind and all your brain and all the years, I know ray tracing's new, but to you, is ray tracing that important if you're, or is it more important to have the performance and the quality?
Performance. Ray tracing to me right now is a bonus, like the frosting on the cake. But if it tastes better without so much frosting, let's leave it off. I think, as is being said in chat, later in the generation, ray tracing will become there it is, and it really won't affect things. Right now, every time you turn ray tracing on, you notice a noticeable drop in frame rate or quality. So yeah, if you got to trade off, you're definitely going to want to go for frame rate and speed before you go for, oh, that looks pretty. You know. So to me, it doesn't make a difference. I also don't have a really beautiful monitor to look at it on.
Oh,
Um,
okay. So it don't matter to you anyway. He's like, oh,
but
well,
I'm just saying.
I can't
I'm just
see them
saying.
if they were there. I can.
I'm just saying. Even if I could, I probably would turn it off. Like if I have the option of choosing between 4K UHD and 128 frames per second, I'm gonna drop it down to 128 frames per second.
Now I'm not promising 128 frames. I don't even know who does 128 frames. It's just a
Well,
weird number,
but
but
but you know what I mean.
I
I'm gonna
got you.
choose. Yeah.
I got you. Uh, so I'm gonna hit the super chat. So Infinite, who is not here, said, "What up to Lemon, who is not on the panel, even though I sent him the link to jump in." So 108 Dragons, you got the link. Hop in, and you can tell Paul to turn his gain up. That would be great.
Every
Um,
other week they tell me I'm too loud. Now he's telling me I'm too quiet.
Listen, you don't hear no complaints from PK. PK is fine.
I'm not saying anything.
However you come, if we can accept Flamish's pink thing around his neck, we can accept uh whatever you bring there, Paul. So I'm gonna let that slide. Like look, uh, she's no said he don't have a monitor that could do 120 yet.
A
But
monitor that do 100.
yeah, well, there are 144, 165, and they keep going up and up. But
Yeah,
either way, I get it. He
Yeah.
rather had a performance and quality over the ray
of
tracing
course.
package. And so what's up there, clowns? Are you still working in your lab, or are you ready to kind of chime in on this? Do you think that ray tracing is important for uh Far Cry 6? Do you think ray tracing is important at all for games, or is it specific games, or what is your thoughts on that, man?
So you know, okay. Don't play games unless they have power resolution, ray tracing, 1080p, 4K, Ultra HD, etc.
Hey, turn your
Lemon.
background down, 108 Dragons.
He can't.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
He's having problems there. uh,
Six Layer also wants to get in on this topic.
Yo,
all right.
Yo.
What
Yo,
up?
I
Technical
ain't
difficulty.
having no problem. No, I'm not. I'm on my phone. I got my
Lemon.
girl. My girl is here. I can't be on. Clowns already called me. That was the whole point of my message. Have a good show.
Good.
Paul, turn up your game because we can't hear you listening to YouTube. We couldn't hear you the other day either. Just a little bit. All right.
There you go.
A little
Can
tech
you hear me
support.
now?
Hey, before
Yeah.
you go, 108, tell me real quick what your thoughts on ray tracing? Is it important, or is it something that just, I mean, because it's not going to be in Far Cry 6 on the consoles.
All right. Games like Far Cry, fast, fast perspective shooters, racing games. Ray tracing doesn't matter. And if something's gonna hinder performance for something you barely could see anyway, especially the shooters, the fast pace, like Doom. If you don't stop and look at Doom and look at the reflections, ray trace don't matter.
Mm,
All it is fancy reflections, fancy shades, shadows. You don't need stuff like that. Ray tracing is like a checklist groupie word now, right? People talking ray tracing don't even understand what ray tracing is. And any monitor can perform it. You know what I'm saying? Anything like that can be, shown, but games like a medium, something slower pace, games like um Grand Theft Auto, Watch Dogs, you know what I'm saying? You could actually see the environment, you could see the reflections, but anything fast paced moving, a fighting game could have ray tracing that would be beneficial. But if it's gonna hit performance and drop a game to 30 frames, who wants that? You know what I'm saying? Even with Call of Duty, you turn on ray tracing, you don't see it. You know what I'm saying? I play at 120. And even if you don't play at 120, you playing at 60, it's so much explosions and
right.
you don't
So much
you
stuff
not
going on.
right. It's too much stuff. So a lot of these words that's people throwing around, most people don't even understand what entails of ray tracing. They just talking.
Right.
So if they, I give me the 60 frames. You know what I'm saying? I don't need fancy shadows. Give me screen based reflections. That's what we've been dealing with for years anyway. So it don't even matter. But
Right.
if it's gonna, like I said, if it's gonna damage the performance of a game, I don't care. And people on that saying, "Oh, my PC could do it." 99% of the PCs on the market cannot do ray tracing.
Well, I will like to point out, like, Cerebral Paul said he don't even have a monitor to see it anyway. So,
No, he could see it. He could see ray tracing, but he don't got no 120 monitor. He was talking about. That's different. But what I'm saying is, people throwing
Well,
around ray tracing like all these PCs could do it. You really
actually,
can't.
the
If your
monitor I
PC
got
not,
does do 120. By the way, it
oh,
actually
okay,
does.
okay.
Yeah, that was
It
six
actually
layer you were talking
it
about.
actually does the higher level, the 144 stuff too.
Oh,
yeah,
nice,
So
it's
nice, nice.
yeah,
144 hertz. Yeah,
She's no,
that's
I mean, she's no.
typical.
But
we got no games that'll do that. But
it's like well, yeah, mostly PC games at 144. We should be lucky as console people to get 120. But like I said, man, if it's gonna affect performance, you don't want everybody wants 60 frames. They want options. They're giving us the performance modes, they're giving us the fidelity modes at 30 in certain games, or they're giving us dynamic resolution. Listen, we need to stop throwing around this word because the PCs that can actually push ray tracing is like $2,500 and better.
At least.
At least it's not even the average computer. So when people throwing it around, I'm like, people are like bugging out with this word. It's like when they when they get a word and they just say 4K, everything's 4K. They made everybody think 4K TVs are equal when they wasn't. We all know that now, but most people didn't know that. So that's my take on ray tracing. I don't care about it unless it's in a slower paced game, and that's what it is, man. But I gotta go.
Yeah.
Later,
So, hey,
man.
thanks 108.
see you
As
108.
usual, he's very knowledgeable and brings the facts. Mr. Fact Man. We should have a little facts emoji just run across the screen every time you come in. So I want to say something on this, and let me just say this. One thing I noticed, it says that DLSS and FSR is going to be exclusive on the console. As you know, those are definitely ways or techniques used to do upscaling in order to increase performance. And they do this typically when you enable ray tracing because it takes a tax on the GPUs. So, the big question is, the Xbox has the ability to enable FSR right now. So wouldn't it be beneficial if they just enable FSR and then they can still do ray tracing just like on PC? I think that's something that either they chose to not do this in order to keep console parity, which is kind of what I'm leaning towards. And you guys can tell me I'm wrong, but I'm thinking because the Xbox brand does have the kits to enable for FSR to work on all games, as we've seen at least one game on console does have FSR enabled. That means they could indeed have ray tracing if they wanted to and still increase the performance. And anybody could jump in there. Just tell me, am I wrong? Am I crazy? Somebody.
Yeah.
I don't think you're wrong, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do test it and they want to see what their performance differences are and if it's worth the switch over, or if they're having some issues that we're not seeing, that we don't see, that they're not happy enough to go, okay, this is ready to go. You know, because you know what happens if they release something that's half cooked. You know,
Well, I mean, FSR is not hard to do. Okay, we got
no, it's
people
not.
out there.
But
But what I'm saying is, my thoughts is they chose specifically and intentionally not to do it, and I believe it's because of console parity. Because even if they didn't add ray tracing, they could still enable FSR on the Xbox. So why didn't they do that? Do you get what I'm saying?
oh yeah,
And I see sick in the chat here, bro. Parity could be an issue because the code is there for PC. And what of FSR? It's more likely because some parity clause for Sony, so they often do, and we have proof of that now.
Yeah.
Um, and she know, yes, there is one console game that does have FSR enabled, and that is what was it? It's on Game Pass. It's uh, what is that game called? The little civilization game. Somebody help me in the chat. What's the name of
Civilization.
that game? What's the game that has FSR enabled? Oh, thanks for the super chat there, Paris. Thank you, bro. Hey,
Thank you.
$50. $50.
What?
Let's go.
What?
see
Missed.
you,
Oh my god,
Paris.
thank you.
Yo, missed. That's the game, yo. That is the game
Okay.
on Xbox that have FSR enabled that allow the Series X to get to the performance and resolution it is at. So with that being said, there should be more coming. And since it doesn't take that long to enable FSR, I would think, at least on the Xbox, they should definitely enable that. Um and thing is it's just weird. That's just my thoughts. I might be wrong. Just speculating or guessing or whatever you want to call it. But I just think it's weird that they're intentionally enabling both uh, you know, restructuring or scaling techniques and on PC, but not on consoles at all. So
Yeah.
with that being said, hey, by the way, thanks chat for coming through. We did hit up for those who late. We did hit up the all the Microsoft news on the Surface. Man, they had some clean hardware coming out. It's going to drop same day as Windows 11. If you guys didn't know, Windows 11 drops on October 5th. We will have new Surface refresh at that time, and it looks pretty tight. They have a lot of accessibility options, etc. I would definitely recommend anyone to go past there and check out the new Surface products. Man, you guys might want to go ahead and pre-order one for yourself. The studio itself, the Big Daddy, has a RTX graphics card in it, so it's going to be able to run games pretty easy. With that being said, hey, I'm just gonna let you guys know we had a monumental lot. I would say this is probably the best Nintendo, and I will say Nintendo Direct that happened all year. I know you guys may not be Nintendo fans, or you might be kind of a Nintendo fan or maybe you just on the fence. However, I think there is news for everybody in this Direct. So, I'm gonna start with Cerebral Paul because he didn't see it.
you, you ready to know why I didn't
You,
see it? Because I really don't care about Nintendo.
hey,
Hey,
listen. Hey, wait. Paul, Cerebral Paul, I didn't ask you about your feelings, bro. I asked you to give me your thought. Okay. You this ain't a psychology session. It's just for you to tell me your opinion on the items that were reported on. Now, you might not have seen it. That's fine, but I'm sure you've seen stuff trending,
I
and
did. Yeah, I did.
and it's not all. Most of the good stuff ain't even Nintendo related. It's just good stuff. So, what did you see that might have stood out for you?
I'm telling you, I don't want to, because a lot of what I have to say is the stuff I saw that Flamish shared in our chats and stuff, and that I kind of breezed over before we went live. I don't want to be negative, so I really don't want to say much. I'm not saying it's a bad stuff. I'm just not. I'm saying it's not. I'm not into it. I'm not. If you like Nintendo, if you like that kind of thing, go for it. That's your rap. It's not mine. You're putting me in a really awkward position, dude. By the way,
I,
yeah.
hey man, listen, we family here. You don't need to be awkward. Just say what it is. I don't know. I don't even care. Just be like that.
Well,
That's
which
the
is true, and
expectation.
the stuff I did see about the new subscription services and stuff, and the
Talk
thirty
about
year
it.
old games coming to
Talk about
Nintendo,
it.
yeah, it's
Talk
Yeah,
about
it's
it. That
fact.
you heard something you didn't like, so say it.
yeah, okay. Like he said, the cost of the old N64 controller, $50. Why?
Oh, it
Okay.
was $50 for that six. Was it wireless?
Yeah,
uh,
wireless.
$60 for that old 64 controller, yo.
yeah.
Wow.
And the Genesis
And for the
control
other
as
one
well.
too. For the other
Yeah.
And
one
the
too.
Genesis,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
they taxed him, boy. I tell you.
And then the whole thing is you can get the old 30-year-old games, like the Mario 64 and all that stuff, but it's a different subscription service. It's an add-on subscription service to their
Yep.
existing subscription
Well,
service.
they already have the 64 on there. You talking about the Sega games?
No, Nintendo
Um,
64 and Sega
they
Genesis.
have the Nintendo 64 stuff. They a whole
Oh,
new,
okay, okay. So they had
and
some that
so
wasn't there.
and so they're taxing you there too because they're going to make you pay more if you want to play those old games,
Yep.
which really Nintendo does not surprise me.
It doesn't surprise you there, Paul. It doesn't surprise me either that you know their old tricks, but you haven't stopped them yet. You supposed to be
No,
the superhero and stopping the bad guy, but you ain't did it yet.
my tights are into cleaners. Yeah,
Well, I tell you, can't get a good hero these days. I don't know what to
that's
tell
right.
you, man. I don't know, man. But is that all that bothered you, man? Tell me everything. Is that all that
That
bothered you?
that's really all I focused on. I've had a up and down day, and some towards right before the show was more down than up, so I was really kind of out of it.
What?
I was almost didn't show up for the show. I kind of got gut punched by something right before the show, so.
You must have heard I
Oh.
was going. You must have heard I was going to be hosting. You was like, nah, I can't leave. I can't
Yeah.
leave my homie there. Hey, I appreciate you coming through as always. So don't
Hey, I
worry,
always
man.
try to come. It's gonna take. It takes a lot to drive me away, but it's just been one of those days.
I mean, you do everybody's podcast, man. The only time I'll feel some type of way if you don't do mine and you did everybody else, then I would feel some type of way. But if you don't do nobody's, I ain't got nothing to say.
Actually, just so you know, this would probably be one of the last ones I would drop.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, I like this one a lot.
I got
Oh,
to,
I like them all, but this
and
one.
I'm just gonna say this is being broadcast and recorded, so I'm gonna hold him to it. Just let you know. So clowns, you been quiet, man. Are you in the closet or where you at, man?
He's checking out his toes.
He ain't even there. See, he's still body snatched. Hey,
Oh.
so clown, I wanted to say Flamish for last, but
I'm
clowns
back.
is.
There he
Hey,
is.
Oh, he's back.
how you gonna take a vacation in the middle of the stream? Hey, clowns.
Things were happening. Let's just say that. I'm a very important member now.
This
Things
man.
go on. You know what I'm
Clown,
Oh my
saying?
god.
I grow a beard while I was waiting for you.
Now you got Flamish doing weird stuff. See what happens when you go away? Hey, listen.
Wait, isn't
Fla-
that normal for him?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make that normal. That's not normal for me. Okay. Not trying to. be okay with it. Hey, but clowns, say, did you see any of the highlights on the direct there, bro?
No, but I heard that we're gonna get Sega and Nintendo 64 online. The price is gonna go up.
No,
Boy,
no.
nothing gets by
Is
him.
it
I'll
is it
tell you
me or
what.
just everybody just focusing on this? Okay, well tell me your thoughts on it, man. I just don't know about you guys. So much good stuff, and that's what y'all focus on. Gotcha.
Well, go up. I hope it doesn't go up a lot because they're not the greatest service in the world. They have one of the weakest servers. We all know that since they were running machines on Windows 95. But other than that, it's cool that you're gonna get to play Nintendo 64 online, and it's cool you're gonna get to play Sega games as part of the package. But if they're allowing Sega on Nintendo like that, makes me think: is Sega gonna allow somewhere else? It leads me to these thoughts, and it goes down a rabbit hole, and then I can't thinking about it, and I just want to know: is it gonna come to other platforms like that? That's what I want to know. But other than that,
So
some Super
wait a minute.
Smash, yeah.
You can't take us down that rabbit hole and not tell us what the heck you mean. You got
Yeah,
to
I
expand on
just
that,
did.
dude.
I mean, I just think that, if Sega's going to do a deal like that with Nintendo, maybe it's something that we see come to PlayStation now or Game
Oh,
Pass. I mean,
I see where you're going with that. You trying to
if
be slick.
Sega's.
You trying
Because
to be
if
slick. I know where you're
Sega's.
going with
Listen, Nintendo comes knocking on Sega's door and they're like, hey, let's make a deal. And Sega's like, oh, we're so weak. Lift us up from the battlefield. We have fallen. Sonic has left us. And Nintendo reaches out their hand, and Mario is there. And Mario says, I'm going to help you guys out. Come on my platform. And then Sega's like, oh, we feel a little bit better, but we can do better than this. That's, I see. Oh, I'm sorry, pipe dreams because it's Mario Brothers. But anyway, that's what I see for the future. Now, we saw a little bit of Smash. I think Smash is coming to its end. No more new characters after this, I think. So just take that game and sell it as fast as you can and have fun with it. And then people will end up stop
everyone
playing
in
it.
the chat, I will cut his mic if you tell me. Just tell me, and I will cut his mic. But go ahead, clowns. Go ahead and finish. I'll let you finish your thought.
Other than that, I think when we first learned about Mario and Rabbids, I think that was a better show than this Nintendo Direct. I mean,
This guy right
I'm
here.
just saying, I'm not that excited. I mean, not that excited,
All right,
except for
clowns.
Kirby. Okay, Kirby, I'm excited about. Kirby, I like Kirby. I played him on the Game Boy, and Kirby was great on the Game Boy.
So we're just gonna
After
do
that, I don't know. I don't.
Jesus.
So we're just gonna do a segment for story time with clowns. So that's the best moment when you start talking about how his little stories and Mario holding his hand out and all that. That's cool, man. When you start talking this all this stuff about that the Mario Rabbits is better than this one. This slandish that you throwing out here, all this mud. You need to go back to
Yeah.
your closet. I don't know where you get that from. You
Hey, if
go
we're
on,
gonna do
turn around,
story
start
times
over.
with clowns, we got to bring his mom on the show. If you
Oh,
ever-
Yeah.
I don't know. I think she's an unofficial official member of Retro Renegade.
She likes
She is.
Nintendo. She likes Nintendo.
Oh yeah, I would love for her to shut you down. So that would be great. Um, so I'm gonna give Flamish a chance because I know Flamish is itching. He keep moving that little pink thing around on his neck.
Hold on. Can
Right?
I do a Flamish impression right now? Is this the perfect
All right,
time to do a Flamish impression? All right.
Okay.
Hello, this is Flamish. I didn't like anything on the show except Diablo 2 should be on at the bestest as can. Okay, thank you. All right, you have the mic.
Okay, first of all, correcting you, Diablo is great on the Switch, except that it has only 4-player multiplayer instead of 8. But going on about the Nintendo Direct, there's so much things to talk about here.
Well, before you start talking, because I don't want you to ruin everything for me. Tell me what stood out to you and what you're excited about.
Well, first of all, the new like Mario Kart game, but a Final Fantasy based with Chocobo GP. That looked amazing. I think how they're basically evolving the Mario Kart genre with the special powers that you can get on the track. Like if you take more of the same element, you can upgrade your weapon basically. I think that's a cool thing. As well as Kirby. I think that game, even my girlfriend was like, "Oh, we need to buy that immediately." So that was really amazing. That stood out. Also, the Nintendo 64 and Sega Genesis games did stand out, but not in the way I wanted it to be. I thought it was going to be free in the service, going to be an extra expansion pack on top of this of
So
your subscription if you want
what did
those.
you want it to be?
Well, why did it be free? I mean, you're paying for Nintendo Online. Why not
When
just
did
put
you ever
them?
get a free Nintendo game?
No, I mean they're in the you're paying for Nintendo Online,
Oh, you mean
right?
part of the subs, the
Just
sub you
part
already
of the
got?
suppy you're having right now, right?
I got you.
Well, I mean it's not even that much games that it's putting me like I want that immediately. Um, and the Lasting Man, Bayonetta 3. Bayonetta 3 being announced in 2022 on the Switch. I love both games. Having a third game is gonna be amazing. Um, and then last thing I forgot about the
No,
movie.
no, you already said that was the last thing. You don't think I'm listening? You said
The movie
last
as
thing
well.
3 times.
The Mario animated movie is gonna be awesome if it's gonna be the same
So you're
style.
gonna keep moving the goalposts. Yes, that's gonna be
Yes,
awesome.
that's
Yes.
gonna be the last thing. That's gonna be the last thing. So
So that's all you got.
especially yeah, and Chris Pratt being Mario.
What was
Um,
his name?
Yeah,
Say it again.
Chris Pratt.
I was about to say. I thought you
yeah.
said something else.
No, Chris Pratt.
I'm sure clowns will agree that when I think of an
I know
Italian
my
plumber, I think Chris Pratt.
accentuation
You know,
of how I say stuff is
Somebody
different.
pull up all the people that were announced for that movie for me for a little bit later. I want somebody to tell me,
okay,
remind
hang
me
on. I
again.
actually had that up.
Don't
Hang on a
don't tell
second.
me
I'll
right
get
this
it.
second, but I'm
Okay.
letting Flamish
hmm
said it. But just have it stand by. Flamish, go ahead and finish, brother.
Yeah, just Chris Pratt being Mario in that movie, it's gonna be amazing. I just don't figure in my head out like how they're gonna do it. Like, are they gonna use a voice changer? But that's all for later. But it was awesome. I think it was a stellar show.
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
gotcha.
there's way more than that, but I don't want to take up all the time, basically.
No, no, you ain't taking no time. This is your time to go ahead, and if you want to have story time with Flamish, I will allow it. Just don't do nothing with that pink thing. So
It's
I'm all for it. Um, so I listen. Everything you said, Flemish, is amazing, right? Um, Bayonetta 3. We've been waiting on this game for a minute.
yeah.
That game is dope. Okay, yeah, I own it like 1,000 times. I own it on the first one on Xbox. I bought it again on Wii U. I bought it again on Switch. Like I own this game a bunch of times, and that's part one and two. And we've been waiting on three because that's my jam. I love these type of games, and I wish it was an exclusive to the Switch because then we could get better, higher fidelity graphics, et cetera, if it was on other platforms. But here we are. Um, Hey, that's dope. Kirby, definitely. I don't care what nobody say. That's a proper Kirby game. That is a proper Kirby game. That's what you want to do to surprise and get people excited. Give them Kirby. Everybody can't deny Kirby's a cute little pink thing. Not what you got around your neck, but the little pink thing that he is. It is, man, but it's dope. It's fun. Kirby is fun. Uh, you okay, man? You need a drink? Okay. But anyways, Uh, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Uh, I feel kind of the same way as the rest of you guys. I'm not, to be honest. When I have Nintendo Online, I don't even play those old games because we have RetroPie. We have ways to play these games without having to spend extra money, and to me, it's just not worth it to me. Be honest, I get it for the 64 because it's the 64 controller they sent. I mean, it's $50 though. That's like, yo, man, that's crazy expensive though. Um, but it's wireless and maybe it's better than the original. I have no idea. But at the same time, it's still a proprietary thing that they're selling. So Nintendo is gonna keep doing it because you know why? Because people keep spending the money. That's why
Yep.
they do it. However, the cool stuff.
PK,
Um,
stop spending that money.
you know, my wallet never tap out. Okay, it's a boss. All right, it's a boss. But I would just say Monster Hunter Stories getting the expansion. I know you guys might not be, but oh no, Rise, Monster Hunter Rise. I apologize. Was getting an expansion, and it looks pretty dope. I know a lot of people are Monster Hunter fans would definitely love that. I will love that. It's Monster Hunter Rise is a great game, and it exists in the Monster Hunter world franchise. So it is kind of like an extension of the PlayStation and Xbox version of the game. With that being said, um, Smash, the final Smash character, will be revealed on October 5th, same day as Windows 11 and the new uh, Surface Pros drop as well. So for some reason, October 5th is a special day. I don't know what that's about, but it's a special day for some odd reason. Somebody need to tell me what that's about. I'm trying to figure out the pattern here. Everybody's releasing stuff on October 5th. What is that? So weird. But with that being said, I'm very hopeful that the final Smash character, and everybody in the chat, if you don't agree with me, just tell me no. Matter of fact, everybody in the chat, tell me what you predict the final Smash character. Whether you play Smash or not, you know it's a big deal because all the franchises come here, and we know it's going to be a third party character. So, because there's no way in hell they're going to sell a Goomba as the last character. Okay, this is just not going to happen. I don't care. I know somebody disagreed with me and said a
I'm
Goomba is
a
going to be the final
Goomba.
character. You are a
Yes, you are a
Goomba.
Goomba. Yes, you are.
I'm glad you identify as a Goomba. We're just going to change your picture to
To
match it.
Goomba. Yeah.
But I'm just saying in the chat if you guys got any thoughts on who would you like to see. Don't even have to be your predictions for the final Smash. I certainly hopeful that it is Master Chief for Halo because it will be a game changer. People will go buy Switch just for that one character and that one game to play him in a fighting. I'm trying to tell you, it will drive numbers through the roof. Anytime you attach Halo to any project, somebody tell me if it does not sell. Tell me. Somebody tell me.
No.
It will definitely drive numbers. I
Well, especially with the new Halo around the corner,
right.
it's gonna
It's his
bring
Halo
massive sales.
anniversary. Halo Infinite is around the corner.
Yep.
Uh, I did a video where uh, Walmart teased and say, "Chief, I need you to finish a mission," and they showed a picture of the Smash invite. You know what I mean? And Master Chief responds, say, "Hey, I'm waiting on it." Blah blah blah. And this is all on Twitter. And then you got the dude that's in charge of what's the studio that does it? Halo Infinite. What's the name? Um,
No. 343.
343. So the guy, that guy who's head in charge 343, tweeted at the president of Nintendo and president at Microsoft, I mean Xbox, and say, "Hey man, we need to make this happen." You know what I mean? Everybody wants this to happen.
Yep.
Everybody wants this to happen. We want this to happen. And sick, the one of the most requested characters we do not want to happen. Okay, we don't want Waluigi. That will be the most
Waluigi.
disappointing Smash character for. It's like this, okay? I know
Nah.
you guys don't play it, but Kazuya was huge. He's still huge. He's one of the most powerful characters ever to hit Smash. How can you follow that with a Goomba or Waluigi? You can't follow that with, you know what I mean? You just, if you're gonna follow that, it has to be bigger than Kazuya. You got what I'm saying? It has to be something that's gonna close this out and be bigger than Kazuya. No, I don't. I don't make those request they're sick. I trust me when I tell you, I have no idea why they want Wild Luigi. It's just weird. Um, or a Goomba. That's just weird.
Maybe they're just think not
I
far
don't know
enough.
nobody that would buy. You know what? They gave Piranha Plant away for free because they knew nobody would buy Piranha Plant. It's the
Uh,
same idea. You're not gonna buy a Goomba. Why would you do that? You're not gonna buy a Goomba. What does he do? He don't even got arms. He just got a big
well, it
old
would
head.
be a stack of Goombas if you have to be a Goomba.
But anyways, I surely hope that on October 5th, Sakurai does bless us with something very special for his final. And you know, to be honest with you, not only is this the final Smash character, it could be the final game that Sakurai directs. So if
Oh,
that's true, it needs to go out with a bang. We do not want to see him go away and it be disappointing. Like I said, guys, anybody in
We
chat, you know, go ahead, Clarence. You got something?
we have a poll in the chat right now. Did you like the original Super Mario Brothers movie? Just hit yes, yes, and yes. That's it. So all you have to do. Don't worry about the no or never saw it. Yes is the best answer for everything.
So since this poll is up, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that item, right? So they announced a Super Mario Brothers animated movie that's going to the theaters next year. And they got some high profile actors that has, excuse me, already signed up.
yep.
Tell me if that's not exciting. Jack Black as Bowser. Yo, that's hot. If nobody knew that, come on, man. Jack Black is a legend. Y'all got to give it up to him. Everybody give it up to Jack Black. Jack Black is Bowser. You, and who's playing Mario? We got
Mario, Chris
Chris
Pratt.
Pratt,
Chris Pratt. You know, he's amazing too. This dude is in everything. He's in every Jurassic Park running from
yep.
dinosaurs and into space and doing
Star Lord
future
as
movies.
Mario.
You
Yep.
know, he's being Mario. Hey, do you have him? Hey, Cerebral, who else is in this movie, bro?
Anya Taylor Joy as Peach. I'm
Yep.
not sure who she is off the top of my head, but I'm sure
So
somebody knows.
for those who are out there who may or may not have seen the original Super Mario Brothers, for some odd reason, the princess was not Peach; it was Daisy. Um, and Daisy is not the princess you save at the castle. Just letting you know, yes, Daisy exists. However, some
It
odd
was
reason.
Princess Peach at the castle, baby.
Oh,
So I just want y'all to know there was a lot of crazy inconsistencies in that original movie.
But
so
boy,
Anya,
this cast list is sweet, though. I will tell you that
Yeah,
right
go ahead.
now.
Tell me, Paul. Who else is in this?
Charlie Day is Luigi, which that should
What?
be good. Yeah, that should be good.
Oh, they was planning this for a minute.
Yeah, of course,
Go ahead, sir.
Jack Black as Bowser.
You
Now
can't
here's
beat
what the
that.
ones I like. Keegan Michael Key as Toad. That's gonna be fun.
As who?
Don't tell me Keegan Michael Key is Toad.
Toad?
That's gonna be a lot of fun if they
Oh,
let
that's
him
funny.
go. Yeah, if they let him go, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong.
What? They got Seth Rogen and Donkey Kong's in the movie. Are
Yeah.
you serious?
it's gonna be a
Brad,
great movie.
Fred Armisen as Cranky Kong. That should be interesting.
So
Cranky.
Donkey Kong and his family is in the Mario movie. That is crazy.
Yeah. Kevin Michael Richardson as Kamek. I'm not sure even.
That's the turtle with the
Okay.
thing. So he works for Bowser. So that's pretty cool, man. That's dope.
And then
It-
Sebastian Maniscalco as Spike.
Spike, that's the thing in the cloud.
Right.
The
And
turtle
then
in the
it
cloud.
says,
Oh.
now get this, surprise cameos, plural, from Charlie Marinette.
Wow.
Or
They,
Martinet,
you know,
excuse me.
they're like, man, Sonic can't be the best, man. We gotta go
Yeah.
in. We gotta do it right, man, because Sonic was the best. Was the was the only movie in 2020 that was successful.
Yep.
Yeah. This cast list is loaded.
That is crazy. And when does it launch again? When does it come out?
I didn't.
2022.
It don't have a like a
No,
estimate.
holiday 2022 is
Oh,
when it
holiday.
releases.
So around
Yeah.
December in the bottom
Yeah.
half of 2020. When is Sonic Sonic movie.
I'll have to watch that.
No,
Um,
no, look it up real quick. When does Sonic 2 release? I just want to make sure
yeah.
it don't have competition.
Uh, April 8th.
April, so yeah, April's a
Yeah,
good
so
time.
there's going to be
Yeah.
like a 6 month
So it's got
difference.
plenty of time to rack in that
Yeah,
cash.
it's
Um,
it's gonna have
but
no competition.
the good thing is us gamers and for those people who love, and I'm not saying you got to be a Mario fan or nothing, but to be honest, this is pretty exciting. It looks like
Yep.
they were very um, intentional on picking some all star cast
Yep.
to fill this movie with some, because these people got do very good voiceovers. To be honest,
Yep.
and Jack Black being a legend as he is, I can imagine it's going to be amazing. You know what I mean?
He doesn't even need anything for
That
special
dude is
effects with his
animated.
voice.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
animated by himself. They just put his face in there and just, you know,
He can
he's
spin it
animated by
however he
himself.
wants. It's
I
gonna be
think the
amazing.
cast itself is going to draw in people that aren't necessarily interested in the whole Mario side of things. They're just going to want to see these people have some fun.
Yeah.
So
Also,
clowns, go ahead, Flames.
Anya Taylor, for people that don't know her, a famous movie she's been in was Split. She's that blonde girl that was like I would not say like in love with a guy, like intriguing with a guy.
That's very descriptive, Flemish. Thanks.
Hmm.
What guy? What was the guy name?
The it was the main play. Hold on. What was the name again? Damn it. Sorry.
You're saying she was in Split?
Split.
Isn't it
Yes.
Yeah.
with that crazy dude
With the
that
Right.
crazy dude that had 22 different
he jumped
personalities.
on a
Yes.
wall and he can
Yes,
climb
jumped on the
and
wall, was like a child, a mother, and all that stuff. Yeah. She was the kidnapped girl in the movie.
I got you. Okay. Well, that's good news for you guys. And like I said, I feel like this is what I'm talking about. I mentioned this before. I said that if Sonic is and is successful as Detective Pikachu, we're gonna get more video game movies going forward, and that's a great thing. And not just video game movies, but good ones,
Yes.
right? Good ones that they put time and energy into. We talk. I mentioned this on Retro Renegades, and they said, well, I think it was crispy, or I can't remember which one was mentioned it, but they're like they can't do a live action Mario. They just can't. And I'm not saying they can't, but the fact that they went animated shows that they care about their brand and that they want this to be successful.
Yep.
And and like I said, for us gamers, I think we're in for a treat. I think it's going to be entertaining, funny, and it will be better than the original. And I don't, clowns, you got a thought?
On. Sorry, I
The
was
movie, the better
the
version of Super Mario
animation
Brothers?
movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
As long as it's not like manga or hentai, I'm good.
It's gonna be CG, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm good with
I
CG.
think I think the one plus side about going animated is they can make the characters look right and also make them sound right, and you're not tied to one or the other.
Well, I'm for
Definitely.
sure.
And they have more room. I mean, just the
Yeah.
Yeah.
fact that you just named off the Donkey Kong
Yeah.
and his family gonna be in the movie. That kind of shocked me there.
Yeah.
So they're gonna expand the universe.
I'm also glad that they're probably gonna have a lot more oversight about the movie, like Nintendo in general, with the protective IPs. Like they're probably gonna look at the movie way
Oh,
more like they did with Sonic.
I'm not gonna say they were protective in the original Mario movie. I'm just saying.
No, no, okay, but they know what happened with Sonic, right? They had to rewrite the Sonic animated itself himself had to be basically
But
redone.
yeah, I mean, but not just that. The guy who voiced Sonic, he was very expressive, and they were able to catch all his expressions and make Sonic feel lifelike during those scenes, and that's what's important, right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
it's hard to watch anything where the character feels stiff or not engaging. So I think that's a big deal, and I think that's why they wanted to take time with this. Because honestly, they talked and mentioned about this project some time ago, like years ago, and now we're seeing it in fruition. So I think that's good. I good think it's good for the gamers out there. Like I said, I asked the question on Retro Renegades. Go check it out. I said, what game would you like to see become a movie or a good movie? And that was kind of the question. And I got lots of answers. People want Gears of War, which I do too. I mean, Gears would be definitely dope. Um, and some other things, but the idea is we do want to see our our games go to the big screen because they have such good stories. It will be amazing just to see a future film to represent the things we experience. Am I right about that, guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I also want to add on that. I think this is gonna be a very big success. I think one of the biggest movies ever released because Mario. Everybody knows Mario.
Really? You think it's going to be that big?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think, and especially if they advertise it right, like if they do the good, if they put money behind in that marketing, it's definitely gonna be dope. I think so too.
I think part of the reason it's going to be big though is because the same reason the Nintendo, don't be rolling your eyes at me. No, I'm gonna, the same reason the Nintendo is big. There's the nostalgia factor. So you're not just getting the kids in cuz you're
yeah,
also getting the older adults in that grew up on the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what got
Hmm.
people to go see Sonic as well, right?
Right.
I said this before. I mean, out of the last 10, 15 years, Sonic only had two games that was successful. Yet, anytime you put Sonic on anything, it sells. Why is
Yep.
that? Because he's icon, dude. He is bigger than his games.
yeah,
That's why. Nobody even cares if his games suck because it's him. He is a cool ass character and he sells. So when you got something that big, you have to do it right, man. You can't mess this up. You get what I'm saying? And
yeah,
and I kind of agree with Flemish. I think it's going to be successful, especially since they chose the time zone that they. I mean, we don't have official date, but if it's holiday, that typically means what, November, December.
yeah,
What
Yeah.
something
what
like that.
what movies coming
That's
out at that time? Really nothing. So they have room to flex is what I'm getting at and make that cash. So I think it'll be cool. And and with that said, they did show some other games in the Nintendo Direct, but the highlights is definitely Bayonetta, the Smash, the Kirby. What was that other game? The
One,
the one in the cloud that Flemish was
yeah,
like,
that's what I wanted to talk about. That's actually amazing. This is gonna be a first for Nintendo Switch. They're actually gonna bring Dying Light 2 to the Switch,
Dying
but
Light
a
2 just
cloud-based version. And at the
yeah.
same time, they're releasing right now the the Dying Light 1 Platinum Edition with all DLC, all expansion. They're bringing that as well to the Switch, but the cloud-based version, I think this is something new we haven't seen before. The Switch, so
Well, they have
basically.
done cloud based games on Switch. I mean, PSO2 runs in the cloud. You got
Oh, okay, but a full like single player game, not
oh
multiplayer,
yeah,
nothing that's online.
they have
Have
some
they?
that are yeah.
Oh,
hmm
okay, I didn't know.
on top of my head, I can't remember. But Sir Paul, can you look up how many games run in the cloud on Switch?
yeah, and while I'm looking at that, let me just say that Dying Light 2 could be interesting because some of the zombie rushes, all of a sudden you get a lot of activity on that screen. It'll be interesting to see if the Switch can keep up. So
There
So,
are four
anybody got
games.
a list?
Yeah,
I'm look.
I got a small list here.
All right,
Small.
cool.
Four games apparently. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is Japan only. Is on the cloud. Control is on the cloud. Hitman 3 is on the cloud. And as well Resident Evil 7.
All those are single player there, Flemish.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Like I never saw this
And
advertised
those ain't
before.
even all the ones. Those are just the ones you got there. So at the end of the day, that's how they trying to extend the Switch life, right? They just do like a hybrid, some in the cloud, some, you know, because they can't manage all those resources. And
Also,
it makes sense.
yeah, also Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy is gonna be streamed.
Oh, the new one
Yeah,
is going to be in the cloud too.
yeah.
Okay.
watching that right now.
See, this is why Game Pass makes sense. X Cloud makes sense because Switch is already doing this, and it's like this is what's gonna happen, yo. Um, I want to bring up one last thing, and we can go ahead and get out of here. Now, I'm super hyped for this Xbox uh, refrigerator. You guys might not be, but I'm hyped for this Xbox refrigerator. I want this that bad, and I cannot wait for this drop. And I want to know, is anyone else interested for one in this refrigerator? And did you see any of the details regarding it as of recently? And I can start with Flamish since he's flapping his gums. Go ahead.
I'm always flapping my guns. I always want to talk about all this stuff.
All right.
Um, I'm excited, man. It's my positive
So
side.
so just so you know, I don't know if you know, but it was announced that it's going to drop next month.
They're gonna drop more information next
Oh,
month.
more information. There you go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It is releasing this holiday somewhere.
Right.
That's what we do know. We don't know any of the specs. We don't know the size. So we'll
We
have
actually
to.
kind of do. It's going to hold, like, I believe, 10 sodas, dude. Something like
Wait a
But
minute. Wait a
is
minute. We
it?
ain't gonna talk about size on this channel, okay? We're not gonna do
that.
But
it
basically for
it is a
me, I
mini
wish I
fridge.
could.
Yeah, it is not
Yeah,
a,
yeah. It's not a full blown fridge that's gonna stand there like
yeah.
the American fridges out there, and the normal ones we have over here in Europe.
So you
But
saying our refrigerators ain't normal, Flemish?
the big, they're way too big for me. Um,
What do you mean? You're not going?
Well, hey, just think how much extra candy you could store in one
You
of our
know,
fridges.
I'm
could.
Just
not saying anything bad about it. It's just like they're
It's
too
like it's
big
too
for
big for
me.
me. I can't. I don't want to get in it.
I
It's
don't want
just
to. I don't want to get that
that's what
sort
he's
of
afraid of.
fridge.
He's afraid his
Yeah,
girlfriend's gonna put his
yeah.
body in the fridge. Yeah, that's what.
you know.
So, but
Go ahead.
so what I want to say is, I wish I could buy it, but I need to think about my own future and I have
How
some stuff
how
going
how
on.
do you know how much it costs?
Well, if it's gonna be one on the box, sure, but I think it's gonna be at least 200, 250,
What makes you
maybe
think that?
more. Well, that's me. I
You
just
just
think
think?
it will be
Hey, somebody look up the average price on mini fridges.
$200.
Is that what it costs for you?
and
How about you,
and
Cerebral Paul?
and this
That's
is
what
even
I.
this is even smaller than what we call a mini fridge, guys. This is like, a
Yeah.
mini fridge. This is a tabletop model. This is,
Oh,
Oh,
it is that small. It can fit on a table. That's what's
yeah,
up. I'm taking one to work. It's a wrap.
yeah. So I would be looking at like 150, maybe
Six layer says
175.
180.
Uh,
maybe I can convince my
yeah.
girlfriend, but I'll have to look for my. I have some stuff going on. I have to save every cent I can at this point.
But you do want one, right, Flames?
I do want one. Yes, of course. It's a novelty item that I really want out there to have in my room when I'm gonna move eventually. So
Hmm,
yeah, I do want
hmm.
one for sure.
Okay, that's what's up. Hey, clowns, are you out of the closet? Do you are you, do you have
Well,
some thoughts on?
I don't know what you mean by that, but let me just say, I'm more awake than I was before. I was,
There we go. That's what I'm
I'm a
talking
little,
about.
yeah, a little bit more awake now. But
So
I still lost track a little bit,
that's
except for
okay. Okay, I
Flemish
got you.
here and saying that he's got a closet in his new place.
So my question is, are you excited for this Xbox mini fridge? Are you planning to get one? Um, and any of your thoughts on this? Because Aaron Greenberg, he tweeted that they're going to release more information next month, and I think that's super exciting. At least that's kind of why I want to hear your thoughts.
Well, I have some thoughts. Am I gonna get the mini fridge? Honestly, I don't know. There's a lot that it depends on. Okay,
Okay,
so depends on how much it is. Would I like to get the mini fridge? Probably. I think so. but I just hope it's not exorbitantly overpriced.
What
You
is
know.
exorbitant?
Well, I can go to Target and you can get a mini fridge for like 130 or less that fits like a good amount and has like a mini freezer up top for ice cubes. So I'm hoping that's within the same price range. Just because it's Xbox, I hope that the price isn't jacked up. The only problem that I see with this is that they're probably not going to make a whole lot of them, right? Unless they licensed it to somebody who makes those cheap Coca Cola mini fridges. Um, and we have shortages overseas on production. So
Yeah,
all
but
of
it's a
that,
fridge. You don't need a chip for that. Just a
Yep.
sound card.
just a just a sound card, huh? That's it.
That's
Well,
it.
That's all we need.
Some LEDs and a sound card, and
maybe what if
generator.
it
I
makes the
don't know.
sound when you open the fridge like you did
Yeah,
with the
it
big one?
will. But that's all I'm saying. That's all you need. You don't need no chip in it. Just they make the refrigerators here. I don't know if that would be a problem, but I guess you could be right if they didn't make that many. What do you think, clowns? You can finish your thought. I'm sorry. Megatron says it's day one for him. Shout out to Megatron. Thanks
You
for
know
coming through,
what,
brother.
Megatron? You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll make a deal. If
No,
you
no,
get
no, no.
a mini fridge day
You,
one, I will go look for a mini fridge day one.
nah, you can't get
But I
excited
will.
now. You
But
can't
I
get
will
excited
use.
now. You
I
frauding
will
right now.
use. I will
You
use.
fraud.
I will use. I will use honey, or I will use like some percentage off coupon wherever I go,
You
because I just have a feeling it's gonna. Because you know the licensing and the production, I have a feeling it's gonna cost more than most people expect, and some people are gonna be like, "Oh, I'm not paying that much." Well, you asked for it. I mean,
well,
you
wait a
gotta
minute.
have expectations for that, you know.
I understand your concern, buddy, but I'm just saying, let's be real. We're gonna find ways to make that cheaper if it is expensive. Okay, I ain't. We're gonna definitely be able to get around that piece, but more or less, um, he, now cerebral palsy says it's small. Do you know the dimensions of this thing? Would you know how big it's gonna be? Our guesstimate, clowns.
On how big it's gonna be? No, I don't have a
Yeah.
clue. I mean, I hope it fits more than like 6 sodas in the fridge.
How many can it fit there, cerebral?
I think it's more than six, but it's not much more than six. We're not talking like 18
It's got
sodas or
like
anything.
it looks like you could put like a little divider in so you can have two rows, right?
Yeah.
Somebody got to do that. Somebody please look up what they think the dimensions of this thing is and tell me. Dag on it. I just want to know. Cerebral Paul, are you now I know you busy being a superhero and and everything, but what are you ready for a the mini fridge, or are you excited? Would you get one if you possibly could? If it's not too high, would you get?
If I can get one, I will. I plan on picking one up. Just because it would be nice for me to have a little fridge in my streaming room where I could keep sodas and stuff like that. And then if I get thirsty, I just reach over and grab one. Especially during Retro Renegades, got to have that beer stacked up.
Listen, I'm with you, man. So for me, I want to point out that this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Right? How many times have you seen gaming just embrace a meme such as a fridge and make one? Like I think that's dope. And then on top of that, who don't want a mini fridge? Look, I'm telling you, for the most people that's excited for this don't have a mini fridge already. They don't have one. So it was like, oh, this is Xbox mini fridge. Now it's cool. I gotta have one. Yeah, that's me too. So I think this is the dopest thing. I want to see uh, more of our gaming culture being involved with other sorts of things in our life because it just makes it feel cool. Like it makes it feel different. Like even I'll give you an example. Even though Razor's mask hasn't came out, I thought it was cool that they went out their way to design something so neat and still kept the RGB and is still N95 compliant. So I thought that was dope. And I feel like anytime they you know put gaming into something like that, that makes it attractive. For instance, Paul, I don't know if you've seen Razer's, gaming chair, but it literally folds out a big old TV in front of you from the
I
chair.
know. I know. I would love one of those. My
Yo,
my birthday is before Christmas. It's a week before Christmas. So if y'all want to get combo gifts, start saving up now, and I can take it.
but Megatron says he thinks it'll be the size of the Call of Duty fridge that came out about 5 years ago. I don't know what that looks
Now
like.
that fridge I want it because that was
Yeah.
based on the what you call it, the juggernaut thing in there.
How big was that?
It wasn't
Flash
big at all. It
question.
fit like 4 cans of soda.
Well, I think it's bigger than that because on the picture it showed like 2 rows of cans, and it wasn't just regular cans. It was that what's the Rocks energy drink or whatever the heck that
Right.
was. What is that called? Zeo or Zo something. Anyways, they fit a bunch of those cans, so it looks like it'll be a little bigger than that if that's the case. So I don't know these dimensions here, Flamish. You gotta explain this.
Well, I don't know I don't know inches and all that stuff, but basically they're comparing the Series X to what normal fridge would look like, and then trying to make it smaller that it would fit a couple of drinks. So they think maybe it's around that height, but it's all speculation at this point. There's
I
no
mean, you got
real.
pictures. It's got to be bigger than Series X, bro. You
Yeah.
seen the
There's no way
pictures?
they're gonna make it that
Well,
small.
I'm
That'd be
not
like
saying
one
it's.
soda. That'd
I'm
be like one soda.
Well, I don't know what 13.75 inches is times
That's bigger
6.9.
than a foot. That's a little bigger than a foot.
Well,
Um,
that's what they're saying online. I mean, there's speculation that goes around.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, it's not that important, but it is kind of. I just want to know where I'm gonna fit it. That's the only reason I'm asked. Like, is it going on my desk or going up under the desk? That's what I'm trying to figure out. You going on top or you going on bottom? That's it. At the end of the day, I'm super excited. If I get that as a Christmas gift, it'd be amazing. I do want that really bad, and I do hope it does have the sounds. But again, it's the coolest thing ever. And what if that takes off? That would be dope.
Yeah.
They'll probably do more things like that. Just like I said about the Sonic movie being successful, there'll be more stuff like that that will come out.
So the last thing I want to see, when you look at Aaron Greenberg's picture of the mini fridge, it has space for 2 cans on top, and then 1 can on its side, right? So when you take that space, I don't know how much that is, but yeah, just like maybe 3 cans high. That's maybe the amount of size, and I think cans or 3 cans wide. Um,
So when I'm looking at the picture,
yeah, maybe you can bring it up as well. Um,
well, I don't have a good picture, but you can if you got a good picture. Oh, I got a video, which even better. It's the actual.
The reveal video they did.
Well, it's yeah, the world premiere one. So if you look at it, I'm gonna see if I can.
put it up here.
The
Yeah.
world's most powerful mini fridge.
I'll send it here in a chat so people can look at the picture as well.
So it looks like at least 4 cans on each shelf and 2 cans at the top.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking
So that
four
big.
cans, four soda cans, that's the depth on each, and then two at the top. So it
I
is
think that's
it's definitely pretty. It is pretty good though.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good size for a fridge. That's smaller than most fridges, so that brings down the price. Most of all. Um, so I think it's very exciting.
Hold on, let's see if I can share the video here. I'm gonna share it so everybody can see. If you ain't seen it, you gonna see it because it's pretty good.
And it's definitely
Yep.
bigger than the Call of Duty fridge because I looked up the Call of Duty fridge. It was tiny.
Yeah, I need to check that.
So, all right, guys. So check this out. This is the this is the fridge. It's the
Really?
fridge video.
That,
So,
that's so small.
oh, sorry, it's on my big screen. So I'm sorry, but check it out.
Yeah.
So when it opens, just look at it.
That's a small fridge. Yeah,
I know it's gonna be dope.
it's gonna be
Sorry,
Yep.
cool.
it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. I think for sure we gonna it's gonna be exciting. I think this holiday in general, we got a lot of cool toys and things to get to be able to flex our wallets on. So guys, if you got money, I feel sorry for you because you're gonna be spending it. But we're gonna wrap up and get out of here. Hey, thanks guys in the chat for coming through. I know we started a little bit late, but hey, we got it going. Um, Definitely cool things that was revealed this week. Hot topics, hot stuff. Uh, a lot of stuff to spend money on. Too many things. Uh, he says Call of Duty can hold 8 cans, but the it looks like the Xbox one can hold uh 10. So it's slightly bigger. 10
Yeah.
cans there. Megatron. But I'm gonna let's do our let's do our sign outs.
Yep.
And I'm gonna start with old we're gonna do Cerebral Paul. Did you get your link tree together, sir?
I'm working on it. Yeah, I
Oh, don't
got.
as I was reminded, definitely, guys. We do have. I will let them know at the end here. But go ahead, Cerebral Paul.
Like right now, the best way to find me is just to go to my Twitter page, or, and go to Cerebral Paul One, and from there I link whenever I go live on a show, and everyone's all post up my links anyway because I'm on YouTube, Twitch, and I'm on numerous shows during the week. Actually, the Gina calls me the Chris Platt of podcasting because you
Oh, is
can that
that what
find
they
me
call you?
everywhere. That's
That's
what he
what they
calls me.
call you.
Yeah, he actually called me that. Yeah, because you can find me everywhere. Yep. So
All
there you
right.
go.
So definitely we're gonna have the links in the description. Don't worry,
Yeah.
you'll be able to find him. He is a part of 4GQ TV, so you'll find him. We're gonna make sure that you can find Cerebral Paul. I know it's like where's Waldo when it comes to him, but don't worry. We're gonna get that link tree together so you can spot him. All right. Um, so what about you, Flamish? Where can they find you, bro?
well,
Flamish, the positive gamer.
you can find me here over on 4GQ TV. You can find me over on my own channel, Flamish, where I do live streams and all that stuff, and do my show is coming back this Sunday. Um, the Flemish Experience, and of course on Red Renegades Tuesday evenings. I'll be there as well. And that's it. I'm out.
So Flamish says that's all you can find him, and he is not telling you the honest truth. This man randomly streams stuff, and so you gonna find him doing that too. Wearing the, hopefully not wearing that pink thing, but he's gonna be streaming stuff.
I concealed it today, actually. You didn't saw it.
And Graphic Guide, you never miss anything because we always on repeat. But thanks for coming through, Graphic Guide. Um, Clowns, are you still in the?
Yeah, I'm in the vicinity.
Okay.
I'm here.
So
I'm here.
where can they find you and not your feet?
I am the most electrifying man in all the YouTube land. You can find me on PKX Live. No, I'm just kidding. You can find me on 4GQ TV, and you can find me in the Marvel Cinematic Facebook Universal group that Paris is an administrator of, and it's an official Marvel group, and it's really cool. You can find me on the MCU After Show, which we will catch up on since I'm back from New York. And we got some surprises coming up. One that I can announce is that Thomas Fenton, he is a horror screenwriter for the movie industry for Hollywood, and he has written some of the Saw movies and other stuff, and he wants to come on for an interview. So
Oh, did he
I'm
do the
working
last
that
one?
out with him.
Did he do the
Yes,
last one with Chris
he
Rock? Because that
he
one's
did.
fly. That was one of my favorite ones.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
we'll get that going. And I'm sorry, Paul. I ate all the rainbow cookies that were available in New York City. They were just
Oh,
delicious.
so you're not going to
Uh,
send me any rainbow cookies? I'm totally depressed now.
I ate them all. In New York City, there's something special about those rainbow cookies. They're all moist compared to
Yeah,
like when you buy them anywhere else.
yeah.
And man, let me tell you something, Paul. Magnificent. Manja, manja, manja is good.
Oh man, you're making me like feel really hungry now. And all I've had for dinner lately is McDonald's and top ramen. So
That's all right. I'll eat a rainbow
uh,
cookie for dinner.
there you
I
go.
don't know where y'all talking about these rainbow cookies. Where these at?
They're Italian cookies. Basically, they have a history out of Italy. They're really
Mm,
good. They're more like a cake, and they're more like a cake. So
mm,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah, but they are scrumptious, as they say. Yes.
Okay. Well, is that so is that all, clowns? We got some more stuff coming down the pipe.
Um, I
Don't
think
forget to
that's
join the Marvel Cinematic Group. The link's in the chat there. We should have it in the description too, but we'll get it all together. Go ahead.
um. Yes, Mega. Come on, man. You got to get on the show sometime. We definitely need you on the show, or some one of the shows, the Marvel show, this show, or a Saturday show, or a Sunday show, something a mega show. We'll call it the mega show. That would be a mega show. No, we do have another interview coming up that I can't announce yet.
That's
Actually, two
cool.
of them. But be looking forward to them once they're edited and everything. Also, you know what? Now that I'm back, yes, there is something I need to announce. We interviewed Andreas Usechi. I hope I pronounced your name correctly, but he was an
Dope guy.
awesome,
Dope guy.
very awesome guy.
Yeah.
He believes in human rights, civil rights, and he believes
Facts.
that everyone has a voice, no matter how rich or poor you are.
He's a beautiful
And
human being. Beautiful.
yes, he believes that we're all connected to the planet and that we need to take care of the planet and each of us as humans. And I a lot of his ideals I believe in. Um, so I got to get that edited and up. And if that's a guy to him, and you guys will, I'm sure, will love the interview too.
Cool.
Dope. Dope. And as for me, your boy PK, the most electrifying man in all entertainment, is right here. You can always find me on 4GQ TV on anytime we do shows. I'll be lurking around. I may be around the corner and I come out the closet and bring clowns with me. And definitely I will be on Dragon's Den on Saturday. So with that being said, we do have a lot of stuff coming up on this channel. So definitely hit that bell. Make sure you don't miss anything that pops up. And hey, join that Facebook group, man. Our stuff gets posted there too. So that way you won't miss us no matter where we are at. You will see us. So keep tuned in and definitely get your wallets ready to spend some money this holiday. Anyway, with that being said, thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for you guys in the chat. You always been wonderful. All you guys coming to watch. It's been amazing. And thanks again. See you next time. You guys have a good
Oh,
one. We out.
one more thing.
Oh,
One more
wait.
thing. One more thing. One more thing.
All right.
Sorry for the long outros, everybody, but I got to tell you this. So I saw Lemon in New York City, and we went to a
Oh,
real Italian pizza place,
Yeah.
and he posted the video up on his channel. And I hope everybody goes to 108 Dragons TV and video because it was awesome. So shout out to Lemon and shout out for his kindness and meeting up with me and walking around downtown Brooklyn. Everybody knew him. He introduced me to everybody that came up. And it was a fun time, man. So go check out that video.
all right. Yeah, that is pretty dope. It is on 108 Dragons TV, right? So we need to link that in the description.
Yes.
Clowns.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we'll get that up and then everybody can circle back. I think that was pretty cool to see some of our superstars hanging out and doing their thing. That's what it's about. We keeping the community together. We're not frauds in these streets. We're actually real people doing our thing. So we want to keep that energy going. You guys Come back and see us, and we're gonna have a good time. Anyways, this time we
Oh,
out.
one more
See you
thing.
guys.
One more thing.
Nah,
One more,
nah, nah.
what-
Go.
no,
Cut this man back.
I got
Cut
one
this
more
man
thing.
back. Nah,
I got
nah,
one
nah.
thing. I gotta say this.
Where's the
I
mute?
got to
Where's
say
the mute button?
this.
This
I
guy.
I gotta hold on. We have a special reveal coming up in the Marvel Cinematic Facebook group. A very special reveal. And it's one of the reasons why you want to join the group. It's coming up there. Be on the lookout for something Marvel Studios is doing for us. And it's something that is exclusive, and I don't think anyone else is going to have this. So you're a Marvel fan, you're a comic fan, you're a movie fan, you like these people, you like these actors, you like these actresses, you like these voices, all that stuff. Marvel Cinematic Facebook group. Join it. Be one with us, and let's all talk Marvel and have fun.
We're definitely gonna be out. I'm gonna mute his mic because he gonna put that on the short next time. We might have like 1,000-hour outros.
And you thought my outro was long, and see, I've been nice about it. Look at this.
I've been trying to be short.
I'm
Not my
trying.
fault.
In all fairness, I didn't talk a lot during the show because I was,
That's true. We kind of
yeah. I got to talk on the outro.
No. You put that on the short. That's what you do. Anyways, guys, you guys have a good one. We out.